Good morning everyone, it's Cassie. Hope you're having an awesome day. Welcome back to Frostpunk 2. So we did not make it past the prologue in the first game and we're gonna try again. I learned a lot the first time we played and I'm excited to bring what we learned into this new game. I'm gonna stay on the easiest difficulty. This is a tough game. Judge me if you want, but I believe the games can be played in a way that's fun. If a game's too hard, it's not so fun for me. So, you know, if you have to take it down a notch, you have to take it down a notch. And we're gonna start again. If this plays the prologue cutscene, I will skip through it because we saw it in the last game, but feel free to take a look at my last video to have a look at that. It is gonna
Can you hear us? Captain!
Do you hear?
Okay, we must survive. So what I learned in the last game is how to get moving a little bit faster. I have to... I'm gonna get some zones frostbreaking really fast. Not that one. And the intent is to make sure that I have all of the... Oh, those are still going. All of the points of interest on this map should be discovered, and then we can start building on them. Okay, so I can make an extraction zone. Not yet, I can't. Sure I can. And then I want to get more frost breaking going. I need to have this and this opened up. And I also need to make sure that I have enough space that's together for when we need to make the housing districts. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Okay. So my intention here is, like last time, there's a seal, a group of seals that lives just here. This is a seal colony, and I was making my way to it, but I didn't get there fast enough, and then I ran out of supplies. It was all very bad. So I'm just trying to get moving on everything a lot faster this time than we did last time. Can I get to the seals another way? No, I cannot. Okay. I'm not gonna put an extraction district onto this oil wagon just yet. I'm gonna hang out on it. I'm gonna sleep on it for a little while. But if I've gotten this out, yes I have, I will put... There we go. And I'm going to keep making my way around to the various points of interest here. Okay, so I can turn the furnace on. Good. I need to start getting prefab from the wagons. This wagon will give us prefab. Yes, and then there's another one over here that'll give us prefabs too. Prefabs are where I ran into trouble last time. I ran out, and then I couldn't build anything, and it was bad. It was bad news bears. Okay. We have built the furnace, or we've built an oil district, or an extraction district on an oil wagon, and we have turned on the furnace. That's basically what this is saying. Should we get low on oil in this one, we also have oil here, and there's oil over here too. The map hasn't changed at all in the last since the last time we played, and I wonder if in the prologue maybe it's static. Okay, Frostbreak to a construction wagon and build an extraction district is what we're doing just here. Build 2 housing districts. Oh, I don't have enough scraps for frost breaking right now. How are scraps generated? Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna head up. And if I can, I don't have enough scraps, but I was also gonna head down and around because we've got stuff over here too. We have 42 scraps now and 490 prefabs. This is good. We have a housing district coming up just here. Okay, do I want to come around this way or do I want to come down from here? I don't know, I could go either way. Why not both? I wonder why... Oh, never mind. I know why. Not this one. Oh well, whatever. Okay. I do need to get that second housing district going. It isn't a matter of, you know, putting that off. I need more heat. Heat and materials. Oh, I needed scraps. Okay, I'm back on board. Disease is notable and growing. Hunger is minor but growing. Cold is notable but stable. Squalor is absent but growing. Okay, I'm gonna get more frostbreaking going. I want to get to this construction wagon and this food supply. Is that on this tile? Yes, it is. Is this prefabs or materials? It's prefabs. Okay, now that we've got our houses, we need to start thinking about food stores. And we've thankfully unlocked a couple of food plots already. They're the little, like, stem and leaf on the map points of interest. So we have to get food set up, and then we have to stockpile a bunch of food. So while we've got some points of interest together, well, let's do some frost breaking if we can. We can. Oops. Good. I need to save up some scraps, but then I want to get a maintenance point set up, this other construction point set up, and then we can start working on our foods. We need how many scraps? 50? Yes, 50 for extraction. Oh, I've got maintenance already going in, so we'll do this next. Okay. And then we can start on food. I think we're much better situated to get through the prologue today, and then it'll be on to even harder challenges. Cool. I'm excited. We need 60 for food. Yep. Are there any extraction points we haven't unlocked. I don't get to see them? Oh, if I look at this map, maybe. No, this one is free. This one's free. Okay, yep, we can reach everything. So I can hold it down on Frostbreaking for a little bit. And just focus on building on all of our points of interest. Much better off now than we were at this time in the last game. We have 60 weeks until the whiteout comes. I think this is saying everyone's housed. I don't know. Food is scarce. Materials look good. We've got a surplus of materials. Prefabs look good. Cool. Prepare for the whiteout. We must be ready. Okay, so to get to stockpiling, what I first want to do is build more food districts. And since we have more food districts going in, this is going to run out. Do we have any more points of interest on this map? No. Just checking. Okay. This one ran out last time, and that was what really got us in a bind, is that we ran out of prefabs and we couldn't build anything. So this time I want to make sure that we can build all of the things that we need and are not going to run into trouble. We have oil that we can build here and here. We still have food districts that we can build here, here, and here. We have another maintenance district that we can build here. What's the key for this? B. That makes sense. B for build. And we need scraps to build these things as well. Scraps can also be given back to the citizens, the wanderers, to improve their trust in you a little bit. They don't like it when you call emergency shifts or when you ask them to eat less. Tighten belts. Is this empty now? Yes, no access to resource depots. What? What does that mean? Oh, resource deposit. I assumed that meant it was empty. Okay, here we go. This came up last time as well, and we asked them to tighten belts because I couldn't figure out where emergency shifts were, and then I found emergency shifts and it all got better. So I think we're gonna be okay. We have 53 weeks to go, and we need 117 weeks to get the food together that we need, so I am working on building food in. What does this want? Oh, this is so sad. The elders are considering leaving and dying alone in the frozen wastes so that their grandkids can eat and survive. Have I not? I didn't open up that point. That's good. I love it. Okay, this is working. Working. These are working. This can be next. I could set up emergency shifts here too. There we go, that's helping. I think I'm still going to need to ask them to tighten belts. If I click that again, I wonder if it turns off. What? Aha, here we go. Seals, I can't believe my eyes. We haven't seen them since before the Great Frost. How did they survive? There's enough meat here to feed everybody. We're saved. But should we slay them if the Lord spared them from the end of the world too? The seal colony can supplement our food production. Yes, and that's why it's listed as a food supply on the map. Last time I missed an opportunity to get seals going in time, and apparently the seal colony really helps boost the amount of food available to your colonists. A mysterious symbol. This came up in the last game too. I mean, all of this did. It's the prologue. It's the same content. And we chose faith. This time, we didn't get to a point that it affected our gameplay. So I'm going to stick with faith again, and we'll see how it affects the gameplay going forward, should we, survive and do well here. Okay, so these two food supplies are running at increased, on emergency shifts. These two food supplies are coming up, and I think I've got one more that I could build. What am I missing? I was missing scraps. Okay. And now all that I'm really needing is just, prefabs for starters, and then this oil wagon and that oil wagon down there are the only 2 points of interest I haven't built on. Oh good, we might make it. Stockpile's ready in 45 weeks. We have 46 weeks to go. Perfect. And I can still increase, set emergency shifts on these two or on the rest of these food supplies if I need to. I'd really like to tell them that they don't need to scrimp anymore, if possible. Food surplus looks good. Oh, I'm gonna need to build a couple of whatchamacallits. 30 froze to death. Oof. Okay, so I need to get extraction districts set up eventually onto our oil wagons. But right now, food is the most important thing. Uh-oh, this is also almost empty. Yikes. Oops. No, I want the little square. Gimme. Our stores are almost full of food, but we still need more for the whiteout. We need secure depots that can house our rations during the months of the whiteout. Okay. T for... Nope, that's tutorial. H for hubs. That makes sense. That hub will increase our storage to 25,000. So I think we'll need 2. Everything's looking Hunger is minor but growing, significantly increased by Titan belts. What are you? Disease is minor but growing, increased by cold, slightly increased by hunger. Can I build... No, I can't build extraction districts. I don't have enough staff. I can wiggle some people around. I can actually take this down since it's empty. And we'll recover a little bit of prefabs and some workforce. That's a good thing. What do you want? Into the black, burying the dead. We mourn those who have recently passed. As is our custom, we take them to the oil pits. We gently lower their bodies into the thick blackness. The fuel that keeps us warm in life likewise preserves us in death. But death also erodes trust in our leaders. Without trust, there is no future. Trust and relations fall every time people die. I see. Our people are freezing. Incoming cold crisis. Our workers and frostbreaking crews have begun to suffer casualties from exposure. They're asking us to provide more heating before the cold takes a further toll. We know we need to bring in as much food as possible before the whiteout, one elder said, but we can't just let people freeze in the meantime. Extracting enough oil will allow us to produce heat, while building enough housing will protect our people from cold. We require both to keep people alive. Provide heat and shelter, or persevere. I'll provide heat and shelter. Should I... I really want to unlock another oil wagon because that would really help. I can turn the generator up. And then I'll just have to keep an eye on it. Once this is empty, I should have staff back. In theory, yeah, 150. Well, maybe not, because they were... the building was off. They were already not available. Since we have an excess of materials, I will turn this one off. That gives us back some staff as well, and we can put an extraction district on this oil hub. Is this one truly empty? Yes, it is. We'll deactivate this one too. Okay. Okay, I need to keep an eye on overdrive so that my generator doesn't explode and kill people. But... uh-oh. People are dying. Extract enough oil is what I'm working on now. I'm gonna speed this. Oh, my food stockpile is full, so I do need another hub. What do I need for that? 100 workforce. I will temporarily turn off, not seals. That seems to be the best food source. I didn't actually check that, just so you know. And build another hub. Oh, yay! Good work. Our people are now less cold and can turn their focus to stockpiling food for the whiteout. Relations improve, which causes trust to rise. Let's focus on food. Cool. We now have precisely enough storage for food to satisfy the requirement of 40,000 food, and we'll be ready in 10 weeks with 47,000 food. I want to turn this building back on. I can't. Requires how much workforce? 150. I see. If I hadn't let people die... we'd be just fine. Okay, we have 22 absent, 2 sick. The other 20 are what? The whiteout draws near. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. We will. We'll be fine. Our hunters propose to slaughter the remaining seals, including pups and females. This will allow us to gather much more food, but will wipe out what could be the last colony of these creatures on Earth. However, many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be a burden on our resources. Their sacrifice would significantly reduce the rations we need for the whiteout. What should we do? The whiteout will arrive in 24 weeks. We only need 7 weeks to gather the food that we're still needing, so I'm gonna don't resort to extremes this, because like if we slaughter the seals, then that food extraction point is done. We're done. If we let our elders go, the workforce isn't reduced, but like morale is probably gonna tank, right? So I don't want to do that if we don't have to, so don't resort to extremes. If you fail, the consequences will be dire, but I don't think we're going to fail this time. I think we're going to be okay. I'm going to give them scraps. That helps them to trust me a little bit more. And then once we get to 40,000 food, I will end emergency shifts at the food stations that we have running. That'll help too, with morale. So I think we're going to be okay. Heat looks good. We have 384 available. We don't have a surplus, but that's fine. Do we need materials? Yes and no, but we don't have the staff to open up this this other wagon. It says left alt for the economy overlay. Nope, that's not doing anything. Oh, that was right alt. Okay. The whiteout is coming. We're almost done with food. Our staff is looking good. All of our sick people have come back to work somehow, given that we don't have hospitals in this game like we did in the last game. What does this bar mean? Oh, this is my trust bar. Slightly increased by neutral wanderers, greatly decreased by emergency shifts. Emergency shifts I'm about to end, because we're going to be fine on food, it looks like. Why is the efficiency of this building decreased? I don't get to know. 111 weeks of oil remaining. That's good. Food secured. We did it. We secured enough food to survive the incoming whiteout. Our workers will make some last-minute preparations before the storm arrives. We should try and keep our people warm for this time. We'll survive. Now we wait. Okay, now that we've done that, I'm going to turn off emergency shifts. Let them be happier and less ill. And we'll just wait out the rest of this whiteout, or the rest of this storm. So we have two buildings that are not currently open. One is this materials hub, or rather, materials extraction district. It requires 150 staff and we have 141 because I let 60 people die. We also have this food district, which requires 200 staff, and we can't turn it back on even if we wanted to. But the seals seem to be a pretty good source of food after all. 690 weeks remaining. $29 weeks. So yeah, seals are definitely the way to go if you're playing this game, just so you know. 39 weeks. And should we run out of food in one of these, we can reopen this. Oh, shoot. Thank you, little red icon, reminding me that I turned overdrive on and then forgot. Oops. Is that enough time for it to, like, recover and tick all the way back down? 83% risk of accident. Yikes. I let that get too high. We have one house too many. Because I let 60 people die. This game is a lot different from the first game. Like, in the first game you had to place houses individually, you didn't place districts. And houses could be upgraded. Here it doesn't look like that's the case. I'm very pleased by how much food we have. I think we're doing great. Much better than we did in the first time we tried to play this. I have sped the game up a little bit since we're well situated for the whiteout and we're not really waiting on anything. We're not in dire straits. There we go. The whiteout is here. The preparations are over. Against all odds, the Wanderers' survival. When the whiteout hit the camp, the Wanderers were ready. Everyone was thankful we acted fast and gathered enough food in time. The miracle of the seal colony strengthened our hope that our journey will lead to a promised land. Our elders have added this story to our great tales alongside warnings about a sinful city that still pumps smoke into the sky. We survived. Great, we got 2 achievements, No Lesser Evil, and the end is just the beginning. Alright, here's where we're going to call it a day. I'm not quite ready to jump into the next chapter yet. Thank you for hanging out with me. I feel very accomplished having gotten this done just based on, stuff we learned the first time we played the prologue and failed. So, now we know a little bit more about what this game does, how it works, and, what to focus on, what's important. I'm glad I decided to play it on the lowest difficulty setting because it is tough. But I'm looking forward to advancing through the game and seeing what's next and learning and being able to play on those more challenging difficulties. I really appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you very soon.